Big up Spurs fans, near and far, with your boy Deji Spurs. It's a madness out here. Tottenham 2, Burnley 1, and my club done it. I told you, I titled the live, the watch along. The season is not over, and my club proved that the season is not over. It's still on. It's still on to play for top four. Big up. Let's quickly just get into the game, talk about the game as a whole. It was dusty. One of the dustiest games of football I've seen in a minute, but I don't give a damn. I don't care because we got the 3 points. And right about now, 3 points is all that mattered. Sorry, Burnley. Sorry we couldn't do you any favours. I respect the company. I respect the gameplay. I respect their heart, but not at my club. It was time to do what we needed to do. We needed to get the 3 points. I have to also say I'm sorry to see that we are losing Luton as well. What a club. What a squad. What a gaffer. They have really tried their best. So big up to the two teams that got relegated today. But as for me, we got bigger fish to fry, as somebody once said. For me, I needed to see Tottenham get things right. The one thing is, it's going to be the problem, and it will be a problem. Tottenham is second half FC. We are dusty. We are rubbish in the first half of football. I would like to know how many times we've been a goal down. We've been a goal down more times than I've seen the bloody sky, to be honest with you. Every game, most games, we are losing. Always losing. And I said it. I said as long as the scoreline is not too hectic, like 3s and 4s, Tottenham usually come back in the second half. Luckily for us, we started off with a cross. One thing I did say, it was good to see Postecoglou try something different. Skip started the match. He was left back in place for Emerson Royale. Kulusevski was out on the left. Brennan Johnson was on the right, and Son in the number 9. I thought Kulusevski did a better job at number 9 than he did on the bloody right. I never want to see Brennan Johnson on the left, and I don't want to see Kulusevski on the right. Please don't do it. Kulusevski in the first half, through ball, cross into Brennan Johnson on the volley, and a save by Muric. I'd have to say Muric had the game of his life. If not for Muric, Spurs probably win this game 6 or 7-1. Do you get what I'm saying? So it was a very, very big thing. In terms of the game, they had a header that was saved by Vicario. And then bloody hell, we were opened up like the Red Sea from midfield. Skip was nowhere to be seen. And what happens? Bloody Brennan, or whatever his name is, Bragan, bloody slots it in. It's 1-0 Burnley. Spurs are a goal down. And it's surprise, surprise football. But after that, Tottenham really didn't create any decent chances. It was a dry game. But Pedro Porro gets in, smashes in the equaliser. It's 1-0. You're thinking, all right, my club, let's get it in. Let's game on. Let's do something. The first half pitted out. It ended 1-0 in the first half. And I'm thinking, all right, second half FC, this is where Tottenham come to town. Beginning of the second half, Burnley have all the kind of opening chances. And then we start to source. We make no changes, by the way. And you're seeing Basuma, Pape Sarr running around. Maddis is trying to source. He does a little dribble, tries to shoot the ball in the box. And then no way it's a save. Muric just on fire, on fire, on fire. But he makes 2 changes. He brings in Bentancur. He brings in Dane Scarlett. He brings in Dane Scarlett, Bentancur. I can't remember. He brings in 3 of the man them, takes off Skip, takes off Basuma, takes up Sarr. And you know what? I'm kind of glad to see Dane Scarlett. Bloody hell, we ain't got a striker. We got a striker right there. Bring him on, let him play, let him run his energy. And then Van de Ven. As soon as we put Son out on the left, that's when the game started opening up. That's when we created chances. Stop putting Son in the 9. He's the best on the left. Facing the man, turning, whipping balls in. And then he does a great ball into Van de Ven the first time. He crosses it across the box. Bloody hell, Brennan Johnson, all he has to do is put his leg on the post and that bloody ball goes in, he misses it. And then Van de Ven says, you know what, I don't trust you, my guy. Next minute, similar opportunity. Van de Ven comes in, bends right, bends the ball into the left-hand side, 2-1 Spurs, and I'm not going to lie, man was shaking his bum violently on the watch-along. I said, yes, that's my club. 2-1. And 2-1 is how it ended. Could have easily been 3-4 or 5-1. For me, them changes need to come on earlier, though. Why is he waiting for so long? Draguzin looked comfortable. I was saying it. There was one stage in the second half where it's literally Romero and Van de Ven at the back, just the two of them. Do you get me? And I'm saying, well, if you're going to only have two defenders, you might as well bring in Draguzin. It's as if he heard me. Because literally moments later, he brings on Draguzin. Anyway, big up to, we got Donna Cullen in the building. Donna, from time you're telling me Wagwan, me know you're not really Donna, because you're giving me the little Wagwan. So Wagwan to you. Big up to Little Tim's in the building. Little Tim saying Arsenal fans are here for you. You can be here for me. Because I told you, get your prayer beads out. You need my club to win. You need us to beat Burnley so that we do the madness. I can see my team doing a madness against City. I can see it doing it. Channel 1 says it's a must-win all your remaining games for top 4. Believe, of course. I've been believing. You know I've been believing. I've been saying we are coming for Villa. Villa is not beating Liverpool tomorrow, and Villa is not beating Crystal Palace. Mark my words. So it's there. We have to beat City, and we have to beat Sheffield United, or we have to draw against City, and we have to slap up Sheffield United last game of the season. Either way, it is plausible. We can do it. We can still get full this season. The only thing I would say is that Donna shot man down during the stream by saying that even if we got top 4, that money, the guap, the peas, the sterling that we get for Champions League qualification doesn't come for next season, but it comes the season after. And that, for me, is too dusty. Little Tim says, come on Spurs, make us proud after this one on Tuesday. Little Tim, stop calling out my club. Make sure you do the job against Man United. You man are just disrespecting Man United. These men, I know they're dusty, but they might do something. Stu says, today showed how desperately we need a striker. Son so much effective on the left. Stu, I totally agree. We need a striker. That's why I was saying we need the front three of Crystal Palace. I'll take Mateta right about now. But what I'm seeing in the papers is that it looks like we might be getting Ivan Toney for 50 mil. Now, 50 mil for Ivan Toney is a steal. I will take Ivan Toney as our number 9 next season. But if he's going to be our number 9, he needs the supporting act. He needs Eze and he needs Elise. If not, we need at least one of them. We need Eze at least. At least Eze can play on the right or left, and Son can play right or left. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't mind. Son has another season in him. But, you know, we can do it. But let's get this over the line. Scarlett and Draguzin love the subs. Yeah, it's good to see them. We can't have talent like Draguzin on the bench. And what is it saying about Tottenham's academy system if Dane Starlet, one of our biggest prospects, that even Pochettino was bigging up this young youth, can't even get a sniff when we ain't got no one else to put on the pitch? It would be a disgrace. So big up Dane Scarlett running around. He needs more game time, but I believe he can do something. And remember, we've still got another lad who's a striker. You know that big lad? I forgot his name. He's over at Villarreal, I think, or he's in Spain. He is also someone that will be coming back over the summer. Be good to have him back, the Argentinian, to see what he can do. Cheyenne, come on. I'm believing. I've been believing. I'm not going to lie. There were times in that second half, especially in the beginning of the second half, that I'm thinking, "Raw, we're just letting these guys run at us." Odegaard was looking like bloody Martinelli at times. And that thing at the back is worrying. What I can't understand with Postecoglou is, he said it in the press conference, Emerson Royale is playing that position. You know, it was going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle for bloody Skip. If it's going to be a struggle, just tell them to be disciplined. Why is it by fire, by thunder, that you've got to play this inverted role with players that don't know what they're doing? It don't make sense. That's why Skip was caught out of position and Burnley got the goal. He was way, if you see where he was way high. And he's not fast, he's not quick. So it don't make no sense. Come on. If Skip is playing in that position against Man City on Tuesday, we are going to be on toast. We need to be more disciplined at the back. Can't just be opening up spaces. No. We can't do it. But yes, can Spurs beat City? It is possible. It is very possible. But I need to see Liverpool do us a favour tomorrow. I need Liverpool to slap up Villa. If Liverpool slaps up Villa, it's game on. Oi, Super Sunday next week, it's going to be a madness. As for Tottenham, I don't know if we're going to beat City, but stranger things have happened, mate. I've seen things in the upside down. It is very possible that my club can do the unthinkable and slap up Man City on Tuesday. Draguzin, he's saying I'm playing Draguzin centre-back, VDB left-back for this. Yeah, I think so. That would make logical sense. But as you know, Postecoglou doesn't do logical. So the likelihood of Draguzin starting with Van der Ven is no point. It's not going to happen. I can't see that. Are Spurs back? I'm not going to start shaking my bum violently. We're not back, but we are doing what we needed to do. We're doing what we need to do. Can we take points from City? Of course we can. Of course we can. Today's performance was dusty, but you got to understand, Burnley was fighting for their life. They wanted to stay up, but also they play attacking football, high line, and it was 4-4-2. So them man are probably more suicidal than my club. Suicidal. They are. Sean Kingston. Do you get me? It was a lot of suicidal there. So for me, Burnley were there for the taking and they played into our hands. I knew they would. And it's possible that it can happen again. Eze's not going to you, laughing. The only way Tony goes to Spurs if there's no other big team was him. Brian B, calm yourself down. Nobody's going in for Tony. Only Tottenham want him. And we're ready to put 50 mil. 50 mil is light work for us. We'll get that over the line. And Eze wants to come to my club for clarification. He wants bigger money. He wants to play in Champions League. And potentially, if Tottenham get Champions League, Eze leaves Palace all day long, bro, because Palace is not offering that for Eze. So look, Tottenham, they managed to get the win. It weren't pretty. We saw a lot of the same mistakes. Tottenham can't seem to get it up in the first half. We only seem to get it up in the second. And we are only able to get the result if we're able to keep the score line down. But if we were 2 or 3-0 down, we would have lost today's game all day long. So this second half FC needs to stop. We need to start putting the game to bed early on. It's just taking too bloody long. I don't get it. I don't get why it takes Spurs so long to get into the game. But big up anyway. Let's see what happens. Last couple of comments. I didn't want to be too long today on this thing. I'm just so happy that Tottenham got the win. The season is not done. We keep moving. Philly, big up Dead, respect and fair play. You put your money where your mouth is and took the roasting from Liga on the north side. Next time, be careful where you shit your ass. Always watch yourself. Now, big up to you, Philly. And that show with Liga on the north side was an epic show. At the end of the day, I rep my club to IDIE. Do you get what I'm saying? And for them, they know. Ligan has already said it. If Arsenal lose, he'll be on the channel and he'll be explaining to the fan base what went down. And more importantly, he will be flying the campaign, leading it from the front for Arteta to get out of your club. But big up to you. Thanks for showing love and respect. Please, everyone, make sure you smash a like. All of that. They talk about algorithms and all of these things. Help me out. That would be much appreciated. James says we took Burnley to the woodshed. Koi, you done though. That's what we did. We took them to the woodshed and we said, sayonara, mate. See you later. See you in 2 years, in 2 seasons' time, possibly. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, look. It's been dusty. 4 L's in a row. It was horrible. And you can see some of those nerves were in the players. They were nervous. They didn't want to make a mistake. But bloody hell, mistakes is in the way that we play. I can't wait for this season to be done. I can't wait for us to secure top 4 and then for us to get back to where we need to be, bring in the right players and we start cook and go on from there. That's what I'm waiting for. Changes, maybe things that I would like to see next game. First of all, James is saying, why did Maddison steal the ball from Sarr? That was odd, and Maddison can't finish. Yeah, I agree, but Maddison was just trying to score. I love the fact that he kind of seemed a bit more Madders-like, where he's trying to grab the game by the scruff of his neck. We haven't seen that in Madders pretty much all of this year. It still wasn't vintage Madders, but it was a step in the right direction. So I would say that's a positive. More of that. And hopefully, as he gets his confidence, we can source more. Little Tim saying, I'll bring Timo. Now, ban Timo. Timo's out for the season, so he's not playing. He ain't about, and I don't want to see him about. Get rid. If we're going to go with this system, it needs to be Cooley left, Son, because Richarlison's injured. So Cooley left, Brennan right, Son up top. And then at some point in the second half, Son to go on the left. But I do not want to see Kulusevski on the right-hand side. And I don't want to see Brennan Johnson on the left-hand side. Them two are confused.com. So I don't want none of that crap. And as for Skip up against Foden, Bernardo Silva, whoever it is, De Bruyne, it is very, very long. I don't know, man, because Draguzin is not a left-sided defender. He's a right-sided defender. That's the problem. But what I would have is a back three of Van de Ven left, Draguzin right, and Romero sitting in the middle. It's got to be that. Because really and truly, to play a flat back four with the inverted, just leaving Romero and Van de Ven against that City attack line, it is a madness. It would be a madness for my club. So I'm not sure about that. Cooley, right wing back, no. I don't want to see him on the right. He can't use his right leg. Sometimes what you need to do is cross the ball. He can't cross with his right. So he needs to check on his left and whip the ball in. We don't want that. I just need someone to just whip it across the box. That's why Cooley came off. That's why Brennan Johnson moved to the right. That's why Son was doing on the left, whipping it across the box. And that's what we need. But Craig, thank you on the win. We needed it. We needed a win today. The season is not over. Villa, you know you are cacking yourself right now. You know my club is coming for you. Villa will flop it tomorrow. Big up to everyone congratulating my team in the building. It wasn't great. It wasn't pretty, but it don't need to be great and pretty. We just need to win. This is the business end of the season. 2 more games to go, Spurs. 2 more games to go to secure top 4. That's all I give a damn. Even if we draw with City and get a win against Sheffield United, a big win, we secure that 4th spot. And as for Arsenal, boy, make sure you don't go hiding. Make sure you get your results against United, because I'm not so sure you can beat United. I'm not so sure. I can see it. I've told you already. I can see Arsenal losing to United, Spurs beating City, Arsenal finishing 2nd, Tottenham finishing 4th. You know I called it, and I will keep calling it. But oh, bloody hell, I'm going to cut this right now. We're going over to the Chelsea game. Chelsea is already winning 1-0. Little Tim's Villa is already peeing their pants. Emery is a bottler. You don't know. He really is a bottler. I don't understand Ange's tactics. He wants attacking play, but doesn't support it. Trust me, bro. It is mad. And he puts the players on the wrong side. So it doesn't even help with the attack. So every time we go forward, the ball goes out of play. They're all on the wrong side of the pitch. So, no, I totally agree. I think he's just playing out. He's letting the season fizzle out, and hopefully he will bring in the right players over the summer. Villa will lose to Liverpool and Crystal Palace. I've been saying that from time. We're going to the Champions League. Crystal Palace is in the mud. Yeah, they are, man. Especially because when you lose in the semi-final of a cup, it takes it out of you. It takes the wind out of your sails. And that's what I see happening. Do you get what I'm saying? I see that happening, and it's a madness. And Artillero, you've not told me nothing. Chelsea definitely is not better than my club. So big up. Tottenham have done it. We've kept the season alive. We are alive and we are kicking. Tottenham have slapped up Burnley 2-1. It wasn't pretty and it didn't need to be. Now it's over to you, Villa. Over to you. What can you do against Liverpool? I tell you now, absolutely nothing. And then we're going to take Man City on on Tuesday for our last game of the season. Big up to everyone that's locked on. Go and enjoy the game against Chelsea, and much needed win for you guys. Stop the bleeding. Big up. Yeah, it stops the bleeding, man. It was bad. Had we lost to Burnley today, I really saw Spurs losing the remaining games of the season, but we didn't. So it's brilliant. And Rahul, I want Spurs to play. I want Spurs to play Champions League football. You can only attract the right players if you're playing Champions League football. If you're not playing Champions League football, it's rubbish. So for me, I would love to see Tottenham play Champions League football next season. It will be a big thing for my club. Your club will win the North, the NL, the Prem. I don't know. That's one thing I'm not sure about. And then Artillero in the building again with his cap lock. Stop shaking your bum for top four. You're begging it. Bruv, right now, top four is Champions League football. If you, man, don't win the league, what did you get? Champions League football. It's much of a muchness. I'll be shaking my bum all day long. You just don't go hiding. Everyone make sure to be locked in tomorrow. I will be doing a watch along for the Man U Arsenal game. I'm not going nowhere. You're going to catch me all week. I'm not going nowhere. So make sure you're locked in, locked on. And for those Arsenal cronies, do not go hiding. Big up to everyone. My club has got 3 points. It is game on. The season's not done. And we're out.